Tuesday, October 29th, day 2 of being out of class. Complete plate motion lesson 3.1 warm up before things get started. Today you're going to gain an understanding about the rate and direction of current plate movement, a little bit of mathematics, understanding scale, proportion, and quantity. And you're going to obtain information from a video about GPS, and then you're going to calculate the rate the two plates are spreading apart in the simulation. So varied, some video, well, actually 2 videos, because we're going to use some Bill Nye today as well, and then some math and a little simulation. So they break the lesson up pretty well today. So make sure before you go, actually probably by the end of Wednesday, because this isn't going to be a one-day thing when we watch Bill Nye to open the period. So after Bill Nye is over, make sure you watch the video to learn about GPS, that you calculate the rate of plate movement using maps and simulations, that you can estimate the rate of plate movement, and this goes really for anywhere on the planet, and that you understand how long of a time scale it takes for South America and Africa to be far apart. In other words, is this hundreds of years, thousands of years, millions of years, billions of years, trillions of years? How long does something like this take? Once we learn the rate, we can kind of figure that out. So we'll open with Bill Nye Volcanoes. We need some more information. I know plenty of you are saying that this seems very straightforward and simple, yet when you are explaining things, you are missing some serious connections. So we still need to know a little bit more about volcanoes and earthquakes. We're making some assumptions that aren't true. So watch and learn what you can, and then we'll use this to help through Chapter 3, since there is no dedicated information chunk as big as Bill Nye and Amplify. And I know some of you enjoy it, so hopefully that'll help. Then 3.1, the warm-up. That was our warm-up for the lesson, so complete and hand that in. The teacher's going to show you a video on GPS. Now, GPS global positioning system is something that almost all our devices, our cars, are using all around us all the time. So even if you're not really into Amplify and plate movement, GPS is something you should clearly understand. How is it that we can tell where you're at, when you're at, almost at any time? Then we'll move on to the simulation. It's a 3-step instructions. And then calculate rate movement. It's going to require some basic math. If you are weak in math, make sure you don't mention to your math teacher, that you don't know rates, because at this point you've all covered rates and their hair might catch on fire. But you can always lean on your classmates to help. Simple division problem. Step 3, discussion. You've got some cards in your tub if you choose to use them. Otherwise, you've got the word banks on those screens, and you're just trying to generate some sentences that make sense using those words. And then step 4, they call it homework. We never do. It's always classwork for us. Complete the step and hand in, and then mark us in this classroom, because it's the end of the lesson. But as I said, with Bill Nye playing for the first 25 minutes, you probably won't make it through the whole lesson. And if you do, either you know this really, really well, or you're just skimming through it and none of it's sticking, which is what I'm seeing when some of you respond on your assessments.